Let's get some sleep, boys. There ain't no telling what tomorrow's gonna throw at us.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the ways in which 1923 links to Yellowstone. Be warned, spoilers ahead.
I want you to remember me standing here, son, before you make that decision, because this is a consequence of choosing wrong.
If you love games, be sure to check out WatchMojo's new game Terrible Influence, launching soon on Kickstarter. Terrible Influence is a satirical board game about the dark side of fame from the writer of The Most Popular Girls in School and us, WatchMojo.
Boom. I can make an apology video.
Oh, you so would.
Click on the link in the description to follow our Kickstarter campaign and be the first to play Terrible Influence.
I need to pay a PR wizard to make this go away.
Okay.
$4 million.
What
I
did
have
you
it.
do?
It was bad.
Number 10. Thomas Rainwater's Connection. 1923 doesn't just dig into the Dutton family's deep roots, it also sheds light on the origins of other key characters.
Name the ingredients of soap. Name them.
Oil, lye, and water.
What kind of oil?
Any kind.
I prefer your answers without the flippants.
Fans of Yellowstone will surely remember Thomas Rainwater, the fierce adversary turned reluctant ally of John Dutton. While it's not confirmed yet, he may be related to Tiona Rainwater, a young Native American who suffers greatly in a Catholic boarding school.
I understand your desire to lash out at a sister who lacks compassion, but you lash out. All will lash out. I have compassion for you, my child.
Through her story, we witness the harsh realities her people faced, which makes Chief Rainwater's modern-day fight for his tribe hit even harder. Since he never knew his biological mother, it totally makes sense why his connection to Tiona isn't clear yet. But perhaps along the way, her path might intersect with the Duttons and reveal how she's linked to Thomas.
You think I'm your adversary, but I'm not. I'm your salvation, Tiona. I am the bridge from the extinct civilization of your people to the thriving society tasked with taming this godless place.
Number 9. War heroes become hometown heroes. For the Dutton men, the front lines may change, but the fight never ends.
Are you going back in the army? That's what you were doing, practicing for the army, right?
Bills don't pay themselves, son.
Before Casey, both Spencer and James Dutton served in the military, and they may not even be the only ones. Casey is a Navy SEAL forged in modern combat, and Spencer is a Great War veteran, and they both carry the burdens of battle. But for them, shedding the uniform doesn't end their duty to their own.
I wish I had something for the pain.
That's what the whiskey's for.
In 1923, when trouble comes calling, Kara sends a letter to Spencer, and he begins a grueling journey from Africa to Montana. Doesn't it just remind you of Casey stepping up to protect his kin and hometown? Because in the Dutton world, the greatest fights are always for the ones they love.
And I just felt guilty. Now I don't know what I feel. I spend most of my time trying not to.
Number 8. Defending their home is their legacy. The Duttons are no strangers to engaging in brutal battles for their land or family's survival.
We should get moving. We need to take care of something first. Come with us.
If you've followed their saga from 1883, you'd understand why. Even after getting established in Montana, enemies kept coming, each one eager to take what the Duttons built. While in Yellowstone, the Duttons had to resort to murder and other shady tactics to maintain their grip on the ranch. Their ancestors weren't any less ruthless.
It also appears that these thieves are murderers, killing Bob Strufford in cold blood. The response must be forceful, but lawful.
Jacob also fought dirty to protect the same soil, while Costner's John grappled with land developers and a neighboring Native American reservation. Jacob faced formidable threats like sheep herder Banner and a dubious mining tycoon. From generation to generation, it's a never-ending struggle for the Dutton Ranch.
What did I tell you I'd do if I found your sheep grazing another man's land?
Number 7. The reluctant heir theme. Growing up, Casey never had the best relationship with his father.
You want to stay for supper? You can put him in the barn.
Running for you. You can put him in the barn.
In fact, when Yellowstone begins, he's estranged from his family. The rift began when he chose to keep his child with Monica, a decision that led his father to brand him. In defiance, Casey enlisted into the army, married Monica, and built an independent life.
He just wants to know his grandson. I guess we could give him that. What do you think?
But when a range war threatens his stay at the reservation, Casey reluctantly returns and eventually takes over the ranch. While Spencer's journey is different too, he too spent years away. After serving in the military, he remained in Africa, while Jacob, Kara, John, and Jack ran things. It's only after receiving Kara's letter that he eventually heads home. Could he be the one to set things right?
Matter of fact.
It is.
Number 6. Ranching is their identity. Modern-day Duttons may have dabbled into banking, law, or business, but ultimately it's for the preservation of their ranching lifestyle.
Walk out that door, and you lose, most certainly. Stay, and you win, convincingly.
Someone like Beth may not be a big lover of the family's way of life, but she never hesitates to defend what's theirs. Casey, John, Jamie, and Lee have all been ranchers at some point, whether by choice or circumstance.
Every day, just like this.
Who are you kidding? Bet you haven't fished here in years.
Only thing we haven't done in years is see you, Casey.
Well, he told me to leave.
He told us all to leave. You were just the only one who did.
Even in 1923, Jacob and his wife leave their former lives to embrace ranching, determined to keep the Dutton dream alive. This prequel sees them fighting hard to safeguard the rugged life they've struggled to build. When you own one of the biggest cattle ranches in America, you probably would too.
I have what my family fought for. You want to fight me for it too? I didn't think so.
Number 5. Playing both sides of the law. After James died, Jacob had to set up as the family's patriarch.
Let's get this over with.
Just like Costner's John Dutton, he served as the livestock commissioner, becoming the first in their history to hold the title. This position gave the Duttons immense power, ensuring their control on Montana remained unshaken.
Before can I beat 12, Jacob?
I'm not worried about the other 11. Just you.
Fight! God damn it! We'll not have this in my town.
While operating like a crime family, they never hesitate to eliminate those who wrong them, while their influence makes it easy to bury their own crimes. In Yellowstone, Rip, John's right-hand man, hangs Wade for crossing the Duttons. Similarly, in 1923, 5 sheep herders are executed for attacking Jack, yet none of them is held accountable. Whether by violence or badge, the Duttons will do whatever it takes for their ranch and their blood.
Easy wasn't in the job description.
Number 4. Spencer Dutton's connection to modern-day Duttons. How is Spencer connected to John of Yellowstone?
Why you go home?
Family needs me.
Why they need you so bad you work a ship's engine to get back to them?
They're in danger.
This remains a big mystery in the Dutton family tree because it's still unclear who fathered John to, dad to modern-day John Dutton. As the cruelty of the 20th century would have it, John Sr. gets murdered before 1923 ends. With only one son at his death, and Elizabeth passing soon after, it falls to Jack or Spencer to carry the family line.
I wouldn't say that.
Why would you say that?
I guess I'd say I keep running into people looking for trouble, and they all think trouble is me.
With Spencer's wife pregnant, he might be the direct tie to Costner's John. Why is this important? Remember, in 1883, James Dutton promised his family would hold the ranch for only 7 generations.
7 generations, you can have it.
Depending on who John Dutton's granddad is, Tate may be the last Dutton to own it. Number 3, Jack Dutton's link to John III. Heads up, it's about to get more confusing. The most direct link between 1923 Duttons and the modern-day ones might be Jack Dutton.
You can't win. No leader. Can't win without a leader.
I can lead them.
They won't follow you. Not yet.
Now, it's fuzzy whether he is Costner's John Dutton's granddad, but one thing we know for sure is that John Dutton II fathered John Dutton III. This is confirmed in a flashback in Yellowstone when he has a heart-to-heart chat with his son.
You know, when you get my age, the only thing you miss is being young. Chance to do it all over. See the look of wonder in your grandchildren's eyes.
Still tracing his roots to the Duttons in 1923 gets kind of murky. This is especially so because towards the end of the series, Jack's wife loses her unborn child, leaving us uncertain if she'll birth another. So the big question remains, is Spencer John Dutton II's father, or could Jack Dutton be this enigmatic man himself?
And if I can't ever have children,
then he can't have children.
then you'll never be a father.
Guess it ain't my destiny.
Number 2, the Dutton family's rise. The Duttons didn't have the smoothest ride building their dynasty.
Man doesn't own the grass. The mountains own the grass. God owns the grass. And you're no God, Jacob Dutton! You're no God!
In fact, it was a harsh journey that cost some of them their lives. But under Jacob's leadership, things gradually took shape. With the help of his wife, nephew, and grandnephew, John and Jack, they transformed the ranch into the thriving empire we see in 1923.
That's Bruce's crew. Yep. Oh, by God, we were putting a lot of cattle on this land.
Not to say they didn't have their own setbacks. Between the Great Depression, violent rivals, and the unforgiving American frontier, challenges were constant. However, with Jacob as the livestock commissioner, the Duttons' political power in Montana finally took root, one that endured through their later generations.
You're lucky I love you so much. If I didn't, I'd ride on those mountains with a bottle of whiskey and I'd sit under a tree and I would not come down. That's how much I hate getting old. Watching my body betray me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Jacob Dutton Connection. Long before Costner's John ruled the Yellowstone Ranch, generations of tough Duttons paved the way, one of them being Jacob.
We got a big enough problem with them cattle thieves out of Wyoming. We don't need a range war with the sheep herders.
They run their sheep on my ground, and then they attacked us when we came upon them. Range war's already begun.
But how does he connect to the modern-day John Dutton? Well, Jacob is the brother of James Dutton, John's great-great-grandfather. In 1894, with the ranch in jeopardy, Jacob was called back to Montana to save it.
Upon my father's death, my mother wrote to his brother, begging that he bring his family to this wild land and save hers.
With James and Margaret gone and no children of his own, Jacob and Kara took in his brother's kids, Spencer and John Sr. Somewhere along the family line, The John we know today finally enters the picture. Yeah, the Dutton lineage can be quite confusing, especially with too many Johns popping up in different generations.
You have no friends in this building, John. You're gonna need to bring your own.
Which Dutton is the toughest of them all? Let us know in the comments section.
You owe my nephew a horse.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.